Hey everybody, time to do a typing demonstration, a tutorial for this early 60s classic 12 by Smith Corona. This looks like it might be a 63 or 64, not quite certain on that. Some of the Smith Corona typewriters have, especially the 60s and 70s, the exact manufacturing dates are a little uncertain. But anyway, today we're going to take a look at this beauty. This one is in really, really good condition. Again, this is the Classic 12. It's got the 12-inch carriage, which is why it's called Classic 12. And again, great for those of you who like to use different size papers. I highly recommend it because especially if you're like a creative person and you never know what is going to come down the pike and you're like, I want to type something on that. And so if you have a 12-inch carriage, that just gives you a little more flexibility with what you can do. It doesn't change the performance of it. It performs exactly the same as the Classic 10 or any other, regular size carriage typewriters, just a little more room. All right, so who is this good for? So the Classic 10 or 12 is actually a very easy to use typewriter. It's a manual. Students will use this well, kids. The nice thing I like about this manual typewriter, because some typewriters manuals are difficult in terms of it takes a little more strength in your fingers. But the Classic 10, and I would say the Galaxy as well, or just the Classic series and the Galaxy series, are very easy to use manuals. So if you have a younger person who's wanting a typewriter and you don't want to buy the electric, which is what I usually recommend, then I would go with the Smith Corona Classic series or a Galaxy series is my recommendation. They're just really solid, good typewriters. And honestly, if you're just getting into the typewriter world, go with one of these. They're affordable. They're a little bit easier to find, and it'll just help you know, hey, I think I do like this typewriter world. It's not going to be the one that like knocks your socks off or anything, but it's just a really good, reliable, everyday typewriter. Okay, so we're going to do a typing demo on this. And not demo, I keep saying that because I just finished doing a bunch of demo videos. We're going to do a tutorial, so I'm going to try to make this quick. I always say that. Anyway, paper holders. Keeps the paper from flopping over. I love using them. Reminds me of my Favorite Martian. Very few of you are probably old enough to remember that show. That was even a little bit before my time, but it was still playing on the TV when I was a kid in the 70s. All right, so set your margins here, press and drag. Okay. I am using narrow margins because my paper is narrow. And there's your bell. So your bell is going to ding whenever you get close to your margin. To release the carriage on this, you've got the lever on each side. You just need one, but I always use both just to have it. Okay, over here is paper release. So let's say I want to take my paper out, and so I can take it out easily, and then make sure you re-engage it. To load your paper, it goes right behind this little flat metal piece right here, and you just turn the handle. I like to come up, make sure the edges are nice and even, which they are not, so I'm going to pull my paper release forward, line them up, re-engage. I am now good to go. Over here is our line selector, so when I hit my return handle right now, it's a single space. And then we have double space and triple space. When I am writing, like if I'm journaling, I'm on single space or doing a letter. But if I am writing and I want to go back and maybe review or edit, I always use a double or a triple space so I can take notes. Okay, so now I'm going to move my carriage all the way to the left because you see how this handle's hanging out over the top. I don't want that right now. I'm going to move that, and I'm going to open up the top to take a look on the inside, and I couldn't do that if the handle was there. So I'm just going to put my hand here, pull forward. There's your spools. You have your typing baskets, also called an escapement area. This is your vibrator. And the spools, this takes a two-color. Standard two-color is black and red. Black is on top, red is on bottom. The ribbon threads around the top and the back. Same on this one. This way, over the top, around the back. If you want to know more about threading your ribbons into your vintage typewriter, we have an entire playlist on that. And hopefully I remember to put something up on the screen so you can click on that and go directly to the playlist. And if not, then I'll try to put that in the description below. Let's see. So the ribbon right now is going this way. And when you get to the end of the spool, it's not the end of the ink in your ribbon. You want to reverse the direction. And so you just press. This is your ribbon reversal right here. It's a little metal tab behind this spool, and now it's going to go this direction. There is a lot of ink in that ribbon. It should last you a very long time, and so you'll just want to go back and forth, back and forth. I do get questions like, isn't there an auto reversal? That has to do with the ribbon. So some ribbons will have a little metal like grommet or tag as it gets to the end of the spool, and it'll hit the lever and cause it to auto reverse. But you have to specifically find and buy those type of ribbon spools. Otherwise, the manual is right here, the manual reversal. Okay, just up and down. Okay, so down here you've got your keys, and this says LMH over here. It doesn't say anything, but you'll see the letters LMH. That controls how hard these type bars, that's what these things are called right here. This is a type bar. These type bars, it controls the tension on them as to how hard they will strike the paper. And there's two ways to adjust the tension of your type bars as it strikes the paper. One is the best way, and that is with your fingers. So my husband has a very heavy hand, and when he types, man, he types. It's hard, and it's When I type, I have a very light hand. Okay, totally different. And so his letters on his paper will look darker, the ink will look darker than mine will. Anyway, then the other way is to do this. So if you have a heavier hand, you're going on a different tension than someone who has a lighter hand. Personally, I don't notice any difference with the tension selectors, but I guess if you are super sensitive, you would notice. Okay, so let's go down here, and you'll see on the Classic 12, there is this red button, and it says half space. And don't get confused when you see the arrow going that way. It always turns me around. That means the direction of the carriage. In our mind, we're seeing where we're typing, the spacer moving this way. But half space is, let's say you're typing and you missed a letter. You can kind of go back and try to, using the half space, and fit in that letter in between the two. So that's how the secretaries and other professionals used to do it way back then, because you will make mistakes on your typewriter, which leads me to the next button, which is the backspace. Okay, backspace does not erase, but when you do make a mistake, you just need to embrace your mistake. But you can either type over it or X through it or do a line through it. You are not going to type a perfect paper, and if you try to type a perfect paper, you will go through a ton of paper. Anyway, so it depends on how perfect you want to be. And I recommend typewriters for those who need to learn how to embrace the imperfect. Just saying. Okay, so over here we have the tab. Okay, so I have a couple of tab sets, but let's say I want to clear them all. So I'm going to hold down the clear. I'm going to release my carriage and go back and forth. Actually, I probably need to move my margins all the way out. That should have cleared all of my tabs. Sure did. Now, maybe I want to set one here, so I'm going to hit set right here. There it is. Now I just want to, let's say I want to just clear that one tab. I'm going to hit clear and tab, and it's clear. Okay. Now we're going to I'm going to show you the margin release. So I've got my right margin set. So that bell's saying, hey, you're real close to your margin. You got to hit that return handle. You know, it stopped on me because I'm at the end of my margin. But I want to finish this word because I've got 2 more letters in it. So I'm going to hit MR for margin release. Finish my word and then go to the next line. And down here is your space bar. And that is the basics of the Classic 12. It's actually super easy. It's a wonderful, great beginner's typewriter. And even if you're not a beginner with typewriters, and you just want to have a good everyday machine around that's affordable, this is a great option for you. All right, thanks for watching.